Hola!
What it do? What it do?
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Grae Area Podcast!
Grae Area, Grae Area! Woo!
If this is your first time joining us, this is a podcast about whatever we feel like talking about. It could be about love, life, music, TV, mostly life, some music, and all that other jazz. But, first things first, I'm Shaquoia D.
Being Breeze.
It's your boy Damani.
And yeah, welcome to the Grae Area. If you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe, and tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend. But today,
we're talking about Bel-Air.
Yeah, we got another review for y'all.
Word.
So.
Now this is a story. No, yeah.
So who was y'all favorite character in Bel-Air?
Me, my favorite character was Jazz. Jazz was first, and then it was Jeffrey. And then Will.
Why?
I mean, Jazz was just cool he was like just cool the entire show, and he was just like he was just thorough the entire show. Like, no, granted, I mean nobody perfect, but like he kept it solid 100% of the time. I was like, you know what, I like how you operate, Jazz. Mm-hmm. I like that.
All right, so Jazz was first, then Jeffrey, then Will.
Yeah.
Who was your favorites?
Mine probably Jeffrey first, Jazz, then Will. Just cause Jeffrey, he was nah, he not to be played with. I like Jeffrey. Like, he wasn't in the original one, he was just a butler.
Yeah.
Now he that guy.
Right.
In the regular one, he was that guy, but now it's like
he's really that
guy.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah, he was gangster. And he was Jamaican, you know. Just had to walk too. I was like, all right, I see what you're doing. I see how they set him up. He was cool. He was cool. What about you?
Okay, so I think my favorite was Jeffrey. I don't know, cause like I really liked Hillary too, but then she got on my nerves. Right. She had made me upset with some of her decisions. Also, this is a spoiler alert. If you haven't seen the series Bel-Air, yeah, go watch it. Pause this, go watch it, and then come back because we just about to talk about it. Anyways, but so I really liked Jeffrey. I liked Will, but Will was kind of, I don't know. I liked Will too. I think it might have been Jeffrey, Will, then Jazz.
Sorry, I ain't even mad at you.
Because Jazz wasn't in it as much, so like I loved Jazz. I love Jazz in this versus like old Jazz. Like old Jazz was funny and stuff like that, but this kind of made his character make more sense within the plot of the story. And even because before in the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, like I couldn't really tell if Jazz was actually in school or if he wasn't in school.
I don't think he was in school. He was just.
But then he wound up playing on the basketball team with Will at one point in the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. So then I was like, wait, is he in school? Are they the same age? Are they not the same age? In this, you could clearly see he's older than Will. Him and Will are friends though, and then it makes the attraction to Hillary make more sense. It's not like this is just this is my little cousin's friend who's the same age as him that just likes me. It's more like we both grown.
Right.
Yeah, so. And I like the dynamics of their two relationship, Hillary and Jazz, in this.
Yeah.
It was cute.
Yeah, it was good. It was cool.
I'm mad they made Carlton a crackhead.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. If we're talking about my least favorite character, it's gotta be Carl. I think Carlton started out. He redeemed himself, but all like the first 5-6 episodes, dang near to the end of the season, he was not being solid at all.
I hope Ashley get more lines in the second
Right,
season.
because she was barely in it. But I guess it's a more adult show. So like, she is the little sister. Like she in middle school.
Are they ever gonna get to a little Nikki? The other day I was thinking, what if Bel-Air go as long as Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
It might. And what if little Nicky wound up being Hillary and Jazz's baby instead of Uncle Phil and Aunt Viv having another baby?
I mean, that is an option. I mean, because they definitely doing stuff slightly different. So, and I mean, I appreciate it because I don't necessarily want to see the exact same thing.
Right.
So
that's what I was worried about when they first announced that they was doing a remake or whatever.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be like the old cast come back all old and I was
No, what I thought was gonna happen was they was gonna do like it was gonna be a new cast, but it was gonna be basically the same storyline, like starting from beginning to end, not anything new for real.
Oh yeah, we got something new.
Yeah, and I was pleasantly surprised because they got a lot of dynamics and depth to the characters. I thought it was interesting though because in this Lisa is like his love interest from jump, but in the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air he didn't meet Lisa till he was in college. So that was interesting, but I do like the fact that they still kept it so that her dad was the police chief. Well, I guess her dad was like the sheriff in the other one or something. I don't know. He was a cop. But I like how they're keeping something similar, but there's like big twists on them. So
yeah, they did a good job. I wasn't the biggest fan of Uncle Phil. Only
I was about to say he might be at the
bottom
too.
Yeah,
he's calls at the bottom too. He be almost there, but then it's like nah.
Yeah, he just would be doing. It's certain stuff that he does that I don't know. It just wasn't making sense for me. It just wasn't making sense for me. I mean, I think his character made sense, but like as an individual, it's like, bro, why are you doing this? Like your family's suffering.
Right.
Like it took you all the way to the end to realize you about to lose your family. Jeffrey had to hit you with 3 man-to-mans. Like, he had to talk to you 3 different times. Like, hey, you might want to get your life.
But
it
actually
might want to
be like that. Like it definitely be like that.
Yeah, I feel like it was I guess very realistic situations. I mean, I don't live that life because we don't live in Bel-Air, but it's like it was very realistic situation because people a lot of times when they set out a goal, especially like, and I mean especially men a lot of times, but not just men, but like if you're head of the household, a lot of times you're like, okay, I'm running the show. Like this is we're gonna move how I want to move, and you start to kind of lose track of, oh, you were actually doing your own thing before I made this decision to run for office. Like it be certain decisions that people make, not just men, just everybody. Certain decisions that people make that actually affect your entire household, but you don't realize how much it affects your household until you start going through it or you look back. Because a lot of times it's like, well, I'm the one, for his situation, it's like, I'm the one running for office. Like, y'all just have to look nice. Not realizing, like, you're not spending as much time with your family. Or the pressure of being perfect is, like, killing people inside and stuff like that. Or I can't even have one slip up to, like, mess up or whatever. Like, Hillary, as far as the influencer thing, she definitely made a bad decision. And it was like at the wrong time, but if it was just a regular day, it wouldn't be as catastrophic. Like if her dad wasn't running for it to be the DA, it wouldn't be like, oh, like you need to take this down because it's a reflection on me. Like people, you got to give people room to grow how they need to grow.
But why everybody feel they need to be perfect? That'd be my thing.
Well, a lot of times, what happens is, it be the people. So, like, the other people that look at you, especially if you're running for a political office or, like, you're in a church or something like that, like, you look at them like, I'm putting you on a pedestal because you're holding this position of power. So, I expect you to be perfect. And I bypass the fact that you're a human. And, like, humans make mistakes. But I expect you to be perfect. I expect your family to be perfect. And it's like, that's just not how life goes.
Like, you not even perfect. Like, the people that be expecting people to be perfect, not even perfect. It's
yeah,
like,
and I think it's also, especially when you're talking about politics, I think you're trying to get such a wide array of people to look at you and to vote for you. So if you sway too far this way, you may lose people. he's doing too much in this regard, or even in the show, and it was like, all right, I mean, you're rich. Like, how do you expect to relate to me? I'm poor. Like, you don't even talk about nothing. Nothing relates to me. It's like I know I'm black. I know I relate to you because I'm black, but we don't relate. So it's like he's trying to be the perfect person that's relatable to everybody. But when you're trying to do that, you end up not relating to anybody because like you're trying to not ruffle any feathers. Mm-hmm. And you're right, nobody's perfect, but I think at least for when you go into politics, it's a lot. I mean, when you think about Michelle and Barack Obama, they had to be perfect for them to get in office. It's like he even had to stop smoke. He had to stop smoking cigarettes before he ran because people did. Michelle was like, the optic of you smoking cigarettes doesn't look well for your campaign. So let's just not. It shouldn't be like that.
we just hear it like we not even. Y'all not even perfect. Y'all trying to put this perfect thing on me. And y'all not even perfect.
Yeah, it shouldn't be like, because nobody on that show was even the people that I liked were like, but nobody on that show was perfect. Like there was nothing that they were doing that was perfect. There was just some people that just had very terrible timing for when they would like Hillary. Hillary chose the worst time to fold. Like it was
like come on.
She was like, in line. I'm not gonna let nobody do nothing with my content. I'm gonna stand it. And then it's like 15,000 a post. Well, let me just see exactly what you need me to put. Like, I was like, yo, you folded so quick.
Yes, it didn't even take long. Like, she could have at least been like, you know what, let me consider this, I don't know how comfortable I am with that, or something like that. And they probably would have offered her even more money, but...
He was like, your ice melted.
Yeah, because Jazz came there with the attention. He was ready for the rah-rah. Yeah. He was like, all right, let's go. We about to get this stuff back. And then they mentioned 15,000. Oh, Victoria's Secret. I just need to, okay. All right, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go talk to them, bro. It's like, dang, you ain't stay silent for 5 minutes.
Not even 5 seconds.
She redeemed herself at the end.
She did, but
thanks to Jazz.
Yeah.
But 15K a post is a lot.
Yeah. Like, if you're watching this, I'll post some amazing content
for 15K, and that was on the low end. Like
that was on the low end.
It was like for 15, like from a realistic point of view. Yeah, that makes sense. I can understand why somebody would be like, all right, yeah, 15K, all I gotta do is pose and cook.
Yeah, cook with my shirt off.
But it's different though. Like as a woman, it's like. It depends on how you are. Like, if that's a part of who you are, your personality, and what you stand for, it's like, all right, cool. But if you feel like that's, I guess, demoralizing, or if that's the word, right?
Yeah, that's the word.
Okay. Yeah, if you feel like that's demoralizing, or it is a conflict of interest, or you feel like it, I guess, lowers your integrity or something like that, I just feel like then don't do it. But if that's a part of what you stand for, then if you comfortable, but she was uncomfortable doing it. Mm-hmm. That was the thing. That was the real issue. It wasn't even like oh yeah, I did this thing, I'm proud of it. It was like, I was very uncomfortable doing this. I was just trying something. This wasn't supposed to be posted at all. And now I feel like I've been exposed. And at that point, you gotta be like, nah. I mean, that's for women or men. Like, you feel uncomfortable doing something, you need to shut that shit down. I mean, or shut it down without the...
For the children.
For the children. Nah, but let's get into Carlton, though. Carlton, go ahead.
I was gonna say, can we get to Uncle Phil? Can we finish Uncle Phil first before?
We were still talking about Uncle Phil.
Because that's where it is. Because I was gonna say, I think Uncle Phil. Maybe it's just because I expected so much of Uncle Phil the first time. I think he was, and I also think he was a good Uncle Phil. It wasn't like he was like.
Yeah.
He was a completely different Uncle
Phil.
Yes,
and I think
very different.
Completely
different. Yeah, he did, and he just certain stuff he did a lot differently, and it wasn't even like he was a bad person. It was like he meant well, but he just didn't realize like everything he was doing. It was like, all right, you're trying to do this big thing, like be in office, and it's like your son doing drugs.
Right, and it's like, but my thing is, how that's the one thing you don't know, is that your son doing drugs, but you know everything else that's going on.
On his anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, you know your son doing drugs.
Yeah, I mean, and, yeah, him and, Aunt Viv, because I almost forgot about Aunt Viv, but yeah, she wasn't a bad character either. I liked her better than Uncle Phil most of the time, because she just wanted to make art.
Yeah.
And that's all she was like, I just want to make my art.
I ain't have a problem with her though.
Yeah, I didn't. That's what I said. I ain't really. She wasn't necessarily my favorite, but I didn't necessarily have an issue with any of the stuff that she was doing.
Mm-hmm.
Besides, she was a little too friendly with Michael Ealy.
Yeah,
like if I'm Uncle Phil, just a little bit too much sauce on it. But that's just me.
But like, she wasn't getting the same kind of attention for her artwork from Uncle Phil that she was getting from Michael Ealy. And as an artist, you want to be able to have conversations about your artwork, about whatever it is, music, clothes, art, like whatever it is. You want to have conversations. You want somebody to be interested in that thing. And I guess I don't feel like Uncle Phil is uninterested, but he doesn't know enough about art to have the in-depth conversations that she wants to have.
I don't think that's what it is. I think
And
he's so focused on what he's trying to do that he don't have the capacity to even, like, I can't have this conversation with you because my focus is here. So if I'm focused here, it's important because it's important to you, but it's not as important as what's going on right here. This is going to set us up for the long run.
Okay.
Well, I was going to say, I don't even know if it's that. I think it's he was feeling like, all right, well, I spent the years at the art shows with you doing the stuff with you. So now it's my time. I didn't realize that you had that it was like, disdain, or not just that you had such an issue with it at this moment. Like, you really wanted to get back to it. I thought this was a part of the plan, and I just didn't know. I just think that's mainly what it was.
Yeah.
And so I think you're right, because she's not gonna have the same kind of conversations with Uncle Phil that she was with Michael. I mean, dude, granted, he was like every single time trying to schmooze and hit. Homie didn't have a lineup the entire. That as a side note, really on some artists.
I think on the last episode he appeared in, he did have a lineup. He still did.
Haircut. No, he had his hair shorter. He had his hair cut, but
no lineup.
I was like, but he was in full artist mode. But anyway,
he was.
But all just like never had a cut. But she wasn't able to talk to Uncle Phil about her artwork the same way, because she related on an artistic level. Oh wow, you really do this, and it's like on top of the fact she getting a little extra attention. It was like, hey, he actually pays attention to my art. So it's like, you haven't looked at my art for.
So I got a question. If Michael Ealy didn't put the 15 down, do you think anybody would have paid for her art?
I don't know if they would have paid the 15. I'm just off rip, because the only reason that I think it went that high was because Uncle Phil saw. Yeah. He's like, oh, she put down 15. But yeah, let me just buy it. Let me just But not saying her work wasn't good enough. I just don't know if at that specific time somebody else would have done it.
But a lot of people, especially like when it comes to these type of auctions, I've never been to one. But from what I see on the movies, a lot of people, and this is just in general, like a lot of people don't know something has value until they see that somebody else values it. So sometimes it's like, until somebody else writes something down on the paper, then it's like, oh, it's worth that much? Oh, let me actually get this. Let me try and beat them out. Like, this is a nice painting. I didn't know it was worth that much. This must be amazing. So that's probably that. Regardless, so if nobody wrote anything on the paper, then it might not have gotten anything. But from what I hear and what I witnessed from the television screen, a lot of times you have to do that. Like, somebody placed the first bid, so then other people be like, oh, okay, it encourages people to see the value in it, and then they want it. People want things that they can't have. So
that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do a painting.
Mm-hmm.
you write a check for 15,
No.
and then you write a check for $20,000.
Yeah, I got you for $10.
15,000, 20,000, and I'm gonna post it on an auction, and then y'all be like, y'all put the first bid in, first 2 bids in, and then let's see what happens.
I hear you. Let's work on it. But that's what they do in the TV show. That's why it's like 25, 25, 25. I got 30, I got 30. Like that's literally all of them old shows where they have people putting up the number, and it's just the same thing.
Yeah, it's just paper form. It's a silent auction, so. Cause
like now you don't know who put it up, so
yeah.
Ooh, somebody in here willing to pay 15. Like it just so happened for him, Uncle Phil knew exactly. He walked in. He said, "Hold on, this a little too friendly. She giggling. What's all this giggle? What's all this ha ha?"
And why are you upstairs?
He popped up at the.
That was hilarious. When he popped up at the what was
the hotel at the artist thing, meet and greet thingy.
She talking. Yeah. He said, "Hey, how's it going?" Oh, Phil, didn't know you were gonna be. I was like, he
fancy meeting you here.
Yeah, like I mean, I respect him for doing it. Like I said, he was doing some stuff that was respectable. It wasn't like he wasn't down. He wasn't as down bad as Carlton, because Carlton was down horrendous. Like it was, but there was some moments where I was like, all right, cool. I respect what you're doing.
I respected that too. I think he went a little overboard when he actually showed up, though. I feel like when him showing up was one thing, but then him trying to, I feel like, kind of monopolize her time within the event, because she was supposed to be there meeting new artists and talking to people, and he kind of took away from that a little bit. So,
but it wouldn't have been so bad if he supported her from jump. Like it's the fact that now you think you got competition, so you gotta but if he supported her from the jump, him popping up wouldn't have been nothing. Like even if he had to do whatever, just him popping up would have been fine.
But that's the thing. When they were having that conversation that night in the hotel, he was like, he did support her.
Yeah, that's what I was
She walked away from it on her own, and he just told her like if she wanted to, she could. She did. He was like, if that's what you want to do, I will support it. Like, I can take it from here. But he did support her. Maybe not in a way that she wanted to be supported in that moment. Like, she said she needed him to kind of push her more to keep going, not to tell her it's okay if you stop. And sometimes I think that goes into, like, I guess, like, love languages and stuff like that. Like, at that moment, the love that she needed was more so a push rather than I got you, I'm gonna cuddle you real quick.
Yeah, but I was gonna say, but that's not. I wouldn't put that on him, because you can't expect somebody to know that. You can't expect somebody to know that. All right, I have doubts. You can't always expect for somebody to be like, I have doubts. I need you to reassure me, because it's like if he's just like, hey, I'm going to support you either way. It's really not up to him to decide whether or not you continue going forward. It's up to you, and you have to make the call.
So I'm not putting it on him. I was just saying.
She was.
She was. I was just saying he did support her. It just wasn't necessary. Like, he supported her either way. Mm-hmm. I guess the conversations that they were having.
She wanted to get back into the art.
He didn't tell her not to.
He was a little.
He was like, this is not the time. I'm running for office.
Oh, well, yeah, that, and I think it was because she hadn't mentioned it at all, and then he just walked in and suddenly she was painting, and he was confused.
And I mean, again, in his defense, if you're running for office and then it's like now your wife has to be away from out of the country for
however long, because he knows she's great, so it's like you about to do a campaign run, and I'm doing a campaign run. Like, I need the family aesthetic, because he started the campaign with his family. That's how, I started this.
I don't like this family aesthetic, perfection type of look. It just bothers me. It could be childhood trauma, but it just bothers me. Like, this is not what it is. It's not how it's supposed to be. Like, me looking at this, it's like, I don't want to vote for you, because I know it's just it's not real. Like,
But it could be real.
nah.
I mean, this is a show, so like this definitely isn't real. But you never know if it is real or not. Like, but at the end of the day, that's most politics, at least in the U.S. It's like they want the family man, or they want the completely single man, and then that's who they look toward. That's who they go for to put in office. But if
When
you
you
have
seen a completely single man in office? I'm just curious. I don't keep up with the politics.
I don't know.
I think they only go for the family.
Nah, they be having people that be single. It's been presidents that's been single.
In like the 18 something. Probably.
No, in the 1900s.
Who?
It's some people.
I was going to say the last 4, but I mean, I feel you. There probably was. I can't recall on the top of my head. I'm not saying you're wrong. My memory is a little hazy. You know, they got a little, especially for president.
People be single.
It'd be like you got to be like 45 to even run. So it'd be like, was it 35?
35.
35. Yeah, I thought it was.
You know, people try and get married in their younger 20s, according to the ultimatum.
I mean, that's true, but not everybody is. Listen, I know what I'm talking about. People, let's move on. So, go ahead. What you about to say?
I was going to say, I mean, that's how I really felt about Uncle Phil. I didn't really feel no kind of way.
Before we go to Carlton, though, these fits that they be having on.
Oh, yeah.
Will is addressing.
Yeah, Will was definitely
whoever dressed William.
Nah, Will was dressed to perfection.
I think one of the last episodes, the jacket, it was blue and white. Fire. I need that jacket.
And the kicks was fire. Like,
I need that.
I liked Hillary's outfit.
Hillary's fit was fire too. I like Jazz's cool.
Yeah.
He just had the chill.
Yeah.
Just with the.
It was.
He
nice.
probably had some Crocs on.
You know what I'm saying?
Real comfortable.
He did not have on.
Jeffrey had on the suits.
Oh yeah, Jeffrey.
The tailored suits
with the nice little turtleneck underneath.
I think everybody was dressed real nice. Like everybody.
Except Ashley when they went to
they went to church. Ashley, what was you wearing?
Yeah, that was.
You wasn't matching for real, like the socks.
Oh
man,
she a kid. What you expect?
They dressed her like a kid.
They dressed her like a kid. They dressed her like a kid.
That wasn't right. Don't do that to that girl no more.
What did y'all think of? Just some of the side characters before we get into Carlton. But what did y'all think about like his Will's mom and Will's dad and just those two as characters?
I liked his mom. Like let's just start by saying there were some really great actors in this series. Like they got
the mom. I was like, is that that was his mom in the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
Yeah.
It looked like to me.
They got top tier actors. Oh, and they had the cameo of the original Vi and the second original Aunt Viv.
Dark skin Aunt Viv is my favorite Aunt Viv of all time.
Yeah,
she different. But this Aunt Viv is better than the second Aunt Viv. So I go.
Okay.
1,
I see what you mean. Yeah.
3, 2. Like Spider-Man.
That's valid.
Yeah, that's valid. Exactly.
But yeah, they had some really good actresses. I liked Will's mom in this one.
Yeah, she was really relatable and it made sense. Like the only thing it made me laugh, but like her and Aunt Viv arguing on that man's birthday. Oh my god!
You always trying to one up me. Them shoes though.
Them shoes.
She thought a baby picture was going.
That was hilarious, and I'm like, they doing this on this man's birthday.
They could have walked outside.
Right. And then they talked about it. I'm glad they talked about it though.
Right.
Yeah.
Got a lot of clarity.
Yeah, they needed that because I was worried. I was like, this ain't.
But even Will's dad, I didn't like him at first going into it, but now like playing it back in my head, you did a great job.
Yeah, Marlon
did a great job. At first I was
really
like,
good.
I don't like it. Could have been because I didn't like the character. And I knew how it was going to happen, so knowing how it was gonna happen, I was like, I already don't like you. So, but yeah, Marlon.
But this time, so Marlon did do great. This time versus the last time with the dad, so on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, they at least went out. They left the house. They went to a carnival. Like, they didn't even make it out the house before he started arguing and kicked them out. Like,
but it was a lot because they were hiding like why he wouldn't come see him. So it's like there's that, and then he
was supposed to be meeting Lisa.
Yeah, it was a lot going on.
But then even at that point, I'm glad Carlton was like, his dad just came back.
Lisa was done.
Even with that, I'm mad that they made it have Carlton and Lisa. Alright, Lisa is Carlton's ex, and now Will come. And now Will date.
Yeah, I don't like that. I didn't like that.
It's messy. Yeah, it's messy.
But that is some teenage stuff. Like that be happening.
Yeah, but it ain't happening like that in the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
I mean, yeah.
But this isn't the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
This is
Bel-Air.
Bel-Air. Drama.
Lisa wasn't even on. Carlton wasn't even Lisa's type of person.
I hear you. I get it. Nobody wins when the family feuds. I get it.
But Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Oh, yeah. I mean, in this, Carlton is very different from Will also. So it's like...
And it's like, it's like 3 black people that go to that high school. Mm-hmm. So,
that's how...
Why it gotta be a love triangle within the family?
Like, I don't know, but... So what did y'all think about Lisa? Like, did y'all like Lisa in comparison to the rest of the cast, or in comparison to the old Lisa?
I like the old Lisa better, but Lisa cool. She cool. Yeah, she don't bother me. She don't bother me. I don't like her dad, but
I don't like her dad at all.
He was a square, straight square, bro. And I forgot all the stuff he was doing. He was cheating on his wife when she was I forgot about that.
Aunt Viv get a couple brownie points for that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you gotta get out.
Yes.
Pointing that out, yeah.
I really liked Aunt Viv, but Lisa, she was cool. Like, I liked her. I didn't like the family dynamic. Like, that bothered me too, because I felt like that was weird. Like, that you're just dating your ex's cousin. But I mean, I guess it happened. I don't know.
I mean,
it does. I mean,
it happens in real life. People be dating maybe siblings, like.
But it's like they cousins and they live in the same house.
They be siblings.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did say
some cousins date their cousins.
Don't do that. Don't do that, y'all.
That's some deep south stuff.
Yeah,
deep south. Deep south.
Don't do that.
Deep south.
But I thought she was cool. I definitely do like the original Lisa better. Why can't I think of Nia Long. Why I'm like, why is her name escaping me? I kept thinking Nina Simone, and I'm like, that's not it. Nia Long did her thing in the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. But I do think that I think this is better just because I mean, they are still in high school, and, like, you can tell that they are still in high school. It's more of a puppy love thing. So, I don't know. Did I say it was better? Maybe it's not better, but, like, it's different. It fits for this.
Yeah.
So, I like her.
Yeah, I liked her, too. I think, Nia Long is...
Nia Long.
Is Nia Long, but...
Top tier.
I don't think she didn't. The new Lisa didn't really get. She didn't get on my nerves or nothing.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, she didn't get on my nerves, and then she helped Carlton out right before he was about to get arrested. And so it was like she had some moments where she was like, all right, and even still when they broke up, it wasn't even when Lisa and Carlton Carlton was trying to get back, and she like, hold on, we didn't, whatever issues we had, I'm really not even trying to go back there. We never fixed nothing, so I'm not trying to do. So she was staying solid in regards to that. Yeah. She just happened to like Will. So it's like I can't really fault her. It's like, all right, it's the cousin, but
so is it Will's fault?
Probably.
Yeah, it's Will.
Yeah, that's Will.
That's your cousin.
Yeah.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, she don't necessarily owe no loyalty to Carlton. But Will, that's his family. So, like, Will would have to be like, nah, I'm not crossing that line. And he said he wouldn't cross the line and then still cross the line.
Yeah, but and I think in Will's defense, initially, like, he just liked her off the rip.
Yeah, he didn't even
then,
know.
Yeah, and then he found out, he was like, oh, wait, that's your ex? Okay.
But then once he found out, he could have, I understand.
Yeah.
But Carlton was wild. It was the drugs. Hard drugs.
Yeah.
Say no to hard drugs.
Yeah.
Like, the hard stuff.
Yeah, and you know, and sometimes it's the soft stuff too. You know? Just like,
it's not, the soft stuff isn't for everyone.
Yeah, let's just, but yeah, Carlton, he was wilding. Like, it was such a huge difference between the Carlton from the Fresh Prince. Yeah,
he don't even.
That's what I was gonna say. He didn't even hit me with one of that.
But he's not like the Carlton and the Fresh Prince was goofy. Like, he was goofy, he was uppity, whatever. But this one is like, he's snooty. He
was letting white people say the N-word. Like,
it was a lot of things.
Whoa, what's going on? Like, the old Carlton would never. Old Carlton was checking the homie from the fraternity. I can't remember what.
Yeah.
He was like, "You think I'm not black enough?" 'Cause I live in. So what? Like, that me? Oh,
I was like, my phone don't never bring me back.
Call him back, but yeah.
Yeah, he's very different in this one. Like, but I think it fits more of what these white kids be out here doing.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what they really be doing because I don't live that life, but like from what I be hearing, this how they be. Like, the rich white kids.
I feel like he called him C too soon. I don't feel like in the...
he ain't earned the C.
He ain't earned the C. Yeah, he did. Like, from jump, he was like, what's good, C? But nah, Carlton. Call him Carlton. He's Carlton.
Yeah,
he might be C now.
By the end, he was definitely C by the end of it.
But I think the difference was, I think in the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, he hadn't met Carlton until he moved out there, I feel like. And I feel like, maybe I'm wrong.
I can't remember.
I can't remember either. But either way, I agree with y'all.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, I understand he had some very severe anxiety. Because, I mean, even when he was singing in the church, I did not know.
That was not anxiety. He was having a withdrawal episode.
Well, I mean, I think it's related to his anxiety. I think that's because, I mean, he was super nervous about it regardless. And then, him
when that part happened, I was hoping
that Will was going to save him?
Nah, not even that. I was hoping that it was going to be like on Sister Act. When the I was like, okay. I was like, yeah, here we go. But it didn't happen how I wanted it to happen.
Yeah, his voice cracked. He said, I thought somebody was going to be like, hit him with it. He's like, it's all right, take your time. Take your time.
They did.
Yeah, he could have played that off so much, but he could have hit him with I'm sorry.
If Will was up there with him, he would have been able to save him.
Yeah.
But
he was so far.
Me coming from the crowd, like, hold on. It's over. You gotta, you on your own. See.
Will was saving everybody because he saved
Omicron.
He was saving everybody, but yeah.
Yeah, he did. He got Aunt Viv into doing her art again.
Mm-hmm.
Saved Omicron. Saved Carlton several times. Did he save Hillary?
They talk.
I think so.
Like she could talk to Will.
Oh yeah.
She can't talk to everybody else in the house. It's like a nice little outside ear.
Yeah.
Unbiased. You're not trying to uphold. You trying to uphold the family dichotomy, but you don't have to. You're not at the same stand. You don't have to pretend to be at the same perfect standard as everybody else. You still taking baby steps into here.
Yeah.
And you wasn't born into this.
just into the structure of the family.
Yeah, that was the word I was looking for.
Yeah.
You know who else I thought about that was kind of sad? It was his friend who had got.
Oh my God,
that whole
Trey.
that whole back and forth. I was like,
that was sad.
Cause you can see Will like, yeah, you know, maybe I'll stay out here, and he like, stay out here. What you?
But
what you
like
doing
Trey
out here?
that.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah,
I
he
didn't
was,
either.
yeah.
But I think
I just brought you to see D smoke.
right.
Yeah.
I think it's a thing of, it's like, I got shot. Okay, you started this whole thing. I got shot, and you got to move to LA.
Yeah, he's like, I don't have an escape plan. Like, you got out, you get to sleep over here. And,
Will was his escape plan.
Definitely was.
Yeah.
And now he don't have that no more.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's his fault though. He could have. It's not even like, because Will was trying to like be like, yo, you can come out here whenever. Like,
Nah, but like as far as basketball and scholarships, like without Will, the team is trash. He was saying that on the phone, like, but he was like, but you'll be back in a week, so like, you know, we'll be alright. So it's like, I'm losing scholarships, I'm losing opportunities, and the world was just handed to you on a silver platter. But yeah. I got shot because of you.
Yeah, and it was him, because he should have just like, he should have won, because especially like, for me, one, you know you're not supposed to be out there, right? You know there ain't nothing but gangsters out, like you gotta right, so you know people, you gotta go out there, you gotta win. Now homie put 20 bands on the game, right? Now you trying to showboat and really go out. You gotta go over there, get your W's, give me my money, GG. Give my money, all right, cool, and then you dip. That's it. He's trying to step over him, do the Iverson. Like, no, that's not. Like, why are you doing this?
I wouldn't even ask for no money. I'd be like, all right, good night, y'all. Like, you can get that to me whenever. I'm going home.
Yeah,
like,
that's
there's
it.
Too many of y'all out here right now.
Yeah. So it's like, how did y'all feel about the Easy? Him.
Before that,
go ahead.
He got jumped because of Will.
Yeah.
Yes.
Then he got shot.
Yes.
I understand his frustration completely. That's why I said, I get it. I felt bad for him.
Because it's like Will went to jail and then got out
right
and went to LA. Like,
yeah.
I'm still here. I was shot.
Will got out and they was like, whoa, who you snitch on? What? He was like, I ain't never seen nobody get out of jail that quick.
Right.
But yeah, that was, I feel bad for him. But I mean, we'll see what happens during the next season. They left it at a cliffhanger, so you don't know if he's going back. Y'all think Will's going back? Yeah, he not going back?
Nah, you see when he pulled up, that wasn't even the regular mansion. I'm expecting to see something regular.
Right.
Like,
the regular mansion looked like a house.
Yeah. Like, I was like, wow.
This an actual man. Y'all shooting in a real mansion.
Yeah, like a mansion. And the pool house, it's a whole nother house. It's not just a. It's not like just a shed. Like the old one was just like a little shed.
Yeah, it had, and then they fixed it. Yeah, they fixed it up. It was a little bedroom, and then the living room and a kitchen. And it was all right.
This one, it's a whole nother house.
Right. So, I mean, okay. If there's not a season 2, then he went back to Philly.
It's a season 2.
If there is a season, they filming it already? Yeah. Then he gonna be
Jeffrey be popping up on my timeline. Last picture he was posted up, he was like, waiting for season 2. Something
I thought you about to be like waiting on my time.
I thought you about to say that too. But yeah, then I think he's saying, even if he does go home, he's gonna go home for like a day
and then come back.
Everybody know he's staying. His mom know he's staying.
Yeah,
he told everybody
he was staying.
That's what the argument was about. Mm-hmm. You trying to take my son away from me?
But I mean, he was trying to stay until his dad. Yeah, until his dad, and then what else happened? Because I know he was pissed off at Uncle Phil. He was pissed off. Was it because they didn't tell him about
they didn't tell him about his dad.
Then he him the papers.
Yeah, then he met his dad, and then he was like just pissed at everybody because everybody been lying to him.
And then Jazz came and saved the day. Don't let them. I told you that was beautiful. They ended it where they had their first conversation.
Yeah.
It was like, don't let them change you. You said. Oh, when he got smart.
Yeah, that's all I was gonna say.
Oh no.
He said,
Will got smart. He said,
"Shh,
I know you ain't. I know you
Right,
ain't talking
like,
to me like that, boy.
I'll smack you.
Push
I'm
you
gonna
off.
let you get your feelings out real quick."
Ooh, I see you crying. I'm gonna let you.
He said, like, boy.
Oh man,
Ooh.
that's why I love Jazz he was just too cool with it. Like I gotta respect that. But yeah, Will. I think like you said, I think if anything, Will goes back for maybe a few days just to
see his mom
and just be like, you know what? Nah, this really isn't the vibe. I gotta go back. But
And I hate when they be filming Philly roles. Because they be trying to use the terminology and the actors that they be getting.
They don't be from
saying
Philly.
the
They don't
words
be
at
saying
all.
it.
It
Right.
don't even sound like they be practicing the accent or nothing.
Yes.
Like it's just bad and it bothers me.
It's my young boy.
I think they got it right. Easy, the main villain was. He's from
He's
Philly.
from Philly.
He the only
So,
one.
yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Will, nah. Trey.
Nah.
Trey was
Trey,
worse than Will.
Trey wasn't.
sound like he
Yeah.
was from Florida. My young, that's my bull. No,
Yeah.
it's my young bull.
I think Will I think he did an okay job. When he
did
did
okay.
When he would say John, he just said John too much.
But they be forcing it. That's the
Yeah.
thing. Like it'd be forced, and I'd be like, you don't talk like this. Like Franklin Saint did an amazing job. Like he not even from here. Like so they probably should have got somebody from Europe.
Yeah, you just need I just need a dialect coach. Granted,
Yeah, they need a dialect coach. But even if they got Will to teach, like Will Smith to teach him how to say it, Will ain't been in Philly in decades. Like not there. So they needed to get Meek Mill out here. All right, Meek.
Easy is in the show.
Yeah.
Say it like this, like.
But sometimes it's like it take longer than you think to learn how to say it. So they probably was like, all right, I'm gonna teach you this. Repeat after me, whatever. Like young bull, John, John. And then it was like, good enough. Let's film action. We this gonna take too long. We not paying for no more of this action. It's like, come on. So I think Will, the character, I think he did his best. I think he did a lot better than the other characters. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Trey.
Way better.
So I was like, okay, I can live with this. You actually sound like you're from Pennsylvania. Shoot, we're not even from Philly. So.
We could have done better than that.
So, I don't know, that's tough. I think they did their best.
Yeah, I think overall it was a good show. I think they did a really for what it was. I think it's a really good job because I think the transformation. I wasn't expecting the transformation.
Show.
Yeah, it's like I don't mind it. So when I see certain callbacks, it's like, all right, cool. This is cool because it's not them trying to be the original thing. It's like it's trying to be our own thing. Even with the with his dad, he didn't hit him with a why you don't want me, man? Why he like?
Yes, I thought that was gonna happen. I was like, this scene doesn't call for that moment. Yeah. So like. I wonder what he gonna say. He just snapped on the whole family.
He was.
I'm ready for season 2. Definitely ready for season 2.
Yeah.
Y'all like Hillary now or then? Better. It's a tough one. Yeah. I like Coco Jones.
I love Coco Jones.
Coco Jones was good. She was really good.
I like the character of Hillary now better than before. Because she still do stupid stuff, but she's not like
super ditzy.
Yeah. But they basically did the same thing with Jazz. Like they made them smarter for the so.
Yeah. I think I don't know because I feel like the characters for the Fresh Prince made sense. Yeah. But the characters for Bel-Air make sense as well.
Yeah, because it's the Bel-Air. I'm sorry to cut you off. Bel-Air isn't a. It's not
a sitcom. It's a drama.
Yeah.
So it's like the dynamics of the show are completely different. So if you put Coco Jones in the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and then you put the old Hillary, I don't remember her original name, her real name, in Bel-Air, like those characters, it would be a completely different show.
Yeah, I mean, I think Coco Jones would be hilarious.
Oh no,
I'm
talking about the character that they made.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be the same because
Yeah.
she was a lot more ditzy and like.
If they put this serious of a character in the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, the dynamics would be different. And then Hillary would probably be more like the original Aunt Viv, if that was the case, because she was a more serious character. But it was a goofy show, so like, it was a sitcom, so it wouldn't make sense for that to happen. But I love Bel-Air. I think that
great show.
Don't watch The Ultimatum. Watch Bel-Air. Yeah, I think they got really strong actors.
Yeah.
The dynamics of the show is really good. I feel like you get to see more of everybody's life now. I feel like except for Ashley. Yeah, we don't know what Ashley really doing besides sneaking away to play video games with people she met online.
Trying to be gay.
She's not trying. She
is gay.
Yeah.
But she don't know if she's gay or bi or whatever. But that
was the only scene. That's the only part she had when she snuck off, and then
church with them socks. But yeah, she ain't really had that many. So hopefully she does have more lines in season 2, and we can learn more about Ashley.
Cause Ashley was fire.
Ashley,
so
yes.
Ashley, I just want to know what she does. Like,
right? What do you do in your spare time?
Yeah, who are you?
Like, what do you like to do?
Yeah, but I think they were just setting her up for season 2. I think the first season they were trying to focus on because it was way more Carlton Will, because Carlton was really just hating on Will a lot of times because he came in and he was the cool kid. So I think it was a lot more of that.
Carlton Will and Uncle Phil.
That too, yeah.
Because his campaign.
Oh yeah, now he gave up the campaign.
Yeah,
I was happy.
Yeah, I was so happy. And I need him to bring Jeffrey back because when he fired Jeffrey, I wanted to fight. That's all I'm gonna say.
The kids want to fight too.
Right.
He was like, what happened to Jeffrey?
Was like, that's not something I signed off on.
He was like, Jeffrey's where? He said, what? I thought he said he's on vacation. Extended vacation. Family, man. What are you talking about? Where is he at?
Then he had to tell them. One thing I don't like about this is that they be lying for no reason. Like, just lying about everything.
Trying to be perfect.
Yeah, it's like, everybody just be lying. Like, Jeffrey went on vacation. Like, nah, you tried to fire him and he told you can't fire him. I know too much. But, like, it's just, you tried to fire him.
No, he fired him.
Yeah, he did fire him.
Yeah, he did fire him.
They wanted to so he can have an excuse.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do it like this.
Because he was getting ready to put in his resignation, and then Will walked in and was asking about his dad. Then he fired him after.
But Jeffrey had said, "You and I both know that I know too much for you to fire me, and especially at this point in your campaign, it's going to raise too many questions. So let's just say I'm gonna take a leave of absence."
Yeah, he didn't fire him from his campaign, but he really fired him from being.
I know, but he took a leave of absence because he's coming back.
Yeah, no, he gotta go.
He has to. He posted up on Instagram like waiting for season 2. He has to come back for season 2. He
posted with the original Jeffrey.
So, but that made me mad. Like, they just be lying. Like, it's I know it's a drama, but it be like they be lying about stuff they don't need to lie about. Like,
word. That's the one thing. Cause who about to watch the kids?
Right.
Oh, they grown.
Except for Ashley, and she snuck all the way across town.
Right, Hillary not a good chaperone.
Right.
Left her in
and she was supposed to be
chaperoning the party.
And then the cops came because she wasn't there.
That's why you need Jeffrey. Jeffrey would have held it down.
Right.
No police would have showed up. He would have been, hey, what y'all doing, man?
Right.
Let's.
Connor wouldn't even been able to come in there. What's his name? Is that his name?
Yeah, that's what we gonna call him.
All right, Connor.
I think that was his name.
Yeah,
would have made it through.
Colin.
Connor.
Connor.
Yeah, go Connor. I think it was more Connor than Colin.
Connor. whatever his name is.
Alright, the
I
white
like
boy who
Connor
used
or
the N-word.
or Kylan. Kai, the dude with Hillary. What was his name?
Oh, that was
that
Kyla.
I don't know. The influencer guy.
Didn't like him neither, but
Yeah, he was
Anybody whose name start with K, I didn't like.
in the show. Relax.
In the show. Carlton.
Carlton. Kylo.
Yeah, they just was not solid individuals. I just don't. It was a lot going on that they just. Yeah.
So, what are you looking forward to seeing in season 2, or what is your hope that season 2 looks like?
I just hope it's just as good, if not better, than season 1. I'm not expecting anything. I don't know what to expect.
What is your hope? Just that
it's good.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know where you necessarily go from here. I mean,
I got an idea now.
I mean, I guess I get to a degree, but in terms of like the drama aspect, I guess you focus more on like maybe Will's father, and some of the other stuff. But it's like in terms of like they hit a lot of the big stuff in the first season, so that's why I'm like, do you transition now to make it more funny?
Well,
I don't think it's gonna be more funny.
I think that they hit the big stuff, but they just like touched the surface of it. Like they didn't actually dive into all of the big stuff. They just, okay, this is a pinpoint. This is a pinpoint. Like this is here, just so you know context of like certain things that may have happened or certain things that might happen in the future. But I don't feel like they actually were like, okay, this big thing happened. The only thing I feel like happened and might have been resolved to a certain extent is his dad. But other than that, now he's pissed off at the entire family. So it's like...
Yeah.
I think him and Carlton good now, too, though. I think that was resolved.
Oh, yeah. Him and Carlton
definitely good now.
They're good now, but... what I'm excited to see or interested to see is how the dynamics between him and Carlton play out now that they are cool. Because he is still dating Lisa. Carlton is still in recovery, and Will just left and kind of abandoned them, and Carlton is struggling right now. So,
but I want to see. Was you done? I don't think he was done. Go ahead.
I feel like I had another sentence, but I can't remember what it is. So,
I want to learn more about Ashley. That's what I'm interested in.
Yeah.
I want to see how Aunt Viv art is going to go. I want to see Karuchi and Hillary. I want to see what they actually do.
Yeah, I think that's going to be dope.
Jeffrey is definitely coming back.
Yes.
Yeah.
I need to learn more about Jeffrey.
Yeah, because
he needs more lines.
Yeah, he does. He definitely does.
Jazz gonna be jazzing. So he gonna be pop up when he need to. Not too much though, but just when he needs
just enough. Yeah,
Ashley, Aunt Viv's art, Jeffrey.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm hoping to see better Uncle Phil going forward.
Yes.
I think now that he doesn't have to, because I mean when he started out, it was a lot of he was being more of a father figure to Will, at least early on. Like he was a lot more like, hey, you got to make a decision. Hey, you got to do this. And I think he wasn't. I think later on it wasn't necessarily about that. He was just kind of bringing him along to do stuff for the campaign. But I think he can going forward. I think he could be more of the like actual father figure.
I think
they
got room to actually do that now since he's not focused on the campaign.
Yeah, you rich, bro. Live your life.
Like you didn't even need this campaign.
Yeah, I get it.
Ashley gonna be fire.
I'm hoping
she's gonna be fire.
She got to be.
Ashley gonna be fire.
Well, we'll see.
No, I don't see any real disappointment from Ashley. I don't see it. I hope. I'm
hopeful. I'm hopeful
too, but we just gotta watch because there's been a lot of things
early
happening.
Ashley was valid. Will got to her early.
Mm.
You know, she was doing regular stuff. She snuck out. She ain't want to go play tennis.
Yeah.
Like just regular kid things.
Yeah, she wasn't on Carlton. Just he was in the closet.
He went from dancing to.
I was like, whoa, buddy, whoa.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
I think I'm gonna like Carlton a lot better in the season 2.
I think so too. Because
he don't feel alone anymore. Well, unless if Will actually leaves for a little bit, I don't know. He might take a downward spiral because he's gonna be alone.
I feel like if he leaves, it's really only going to be for like a day or two because I feel like his mom is going to put him back on the plane. Like, you made this decision to go here, like to stay. So now you have to stay and see this through.
We'll see.
Now that she resolved things with Aunt Viv, I think she'll put him back on the plane.
Word. Yeah, I'm glad they good now. Hopefully they relationship
gets better.
Get healthy.
Yeah, because that was
on his birthday.
Yeah, not on the birthday.
But it's like a baby picture versus some Jordans.
Yeah.
I think it was off-white Jordans too. Yeah. Baby picture versus
the off-whites. It's like
fives.
But it wasn't even like he was.
He didn't even ask for that.
Yeah, he was like, oh, this is fire. And then even when he got the picture, he said, oh, I love both. It wasn't even like he was looking at one like it was better than other.
He was like, who took the picture, Ma?
He's
still on it.
That was before he made that.
Yeah, you can see that's when he was just starting to get a little curious.
Yeah.
And she was about to tell him too, but they was like, nah, we shouldn't. But yeah, they gotta go into the details. They brought the file out and everything. Yeah, they gotta let us know what Marlon was doing. It was.
Yeah, and Uncle Phil was the lawyer
on his case. That's why he was mad too, because he was the lawyer on the case. So it's like, you knew everything that was going on. You knew he was guilty. You still did all it. Like, it's a lot. It's a lot. But I'm excited for season 2. This is a really good show.
Uncle Phil not a judge.
He was a lawyer.
Like now. Like,
he's not a judge right now.
He's not a judge. What do? He just in politics?
He's a lawyer.
He's still a lawyer?
Well, is he a judge now? Because I guess maybe he is a judge. Because I guess that's how you would get to district attorney.
I don't know.
But
more of the story. It's a great show.
Watch it.
Yeah, it's a great watch. You know.
Get Peacock just to watch the show.
Yeah, you'd be intrigued from start to finish.
Yeah,
it was definitely a good show. Worth watching.
Definitely. You could binge it.
10 out of 10, I highly recommend.
You could binge it. You could watch one episode at a time, however you're feeling. Yeah. But just know it's a really good show. So.
Yeah. Not the original, but still good.
But it's its own show.
That's what we wanted.
It's its own show, which is perfect.
And like, after doing all this, it's kind of hard to compare the characters to one another because they're completely different.
Yeah.
And then especially after you said one is a sitcom, the other is a drama. Now in my head, it's like, okay, it makes sense now. They have to be like this. Jeffrey couldn't just be a butler.
Right. I mean, he could, but he wouldn't have no lines. Yeah. Like, they could have just got anybody at that point.
Yeah.
But Jeffrey was an actual character in the sitcom, so now he needs to be a character. Right. Like, he was a staple, part of the show, so you gotta have him a part of this too. But in this dynamic, it's like you can't just have a butler. Right.
Yeah, this show fire.
And it's also because it's today. Like, it's not like in the 90s or anything like that. It's written for now. So it makes it even harder to compare. So
it's fire. And then even just now I be like thinking about how like the writing, even when we was watching Spider-Man, in my head I'm like, this is too smooth how they just brought it all back. Now all three of them here. It's like, did they plan this years ago, or did it just happen to happen like this, and this is what we getting? Like, like you would just be making it make sense. Moral of the story: life gonna throw some things at you, but you are the author of your life. So just grab everything and make it make sense. Yeah.
Message.
That was good. Y'all got any final thoughts on Bel-Air before we?
No, it was a good show.
Yeah, I will rewatch it.
I probably will rewatch season 1 and then go into season 2 when it comes out. But thank you guys for joining us for another episode of the Grae Area Podcast. podcast. Like we said, make sure you check out Bel-Air season 1 and definitely check out season 2 when it comes out. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, and follow us on Instagram at Grae Area Podcast. So you'll see that here. Wherever. But we'll see y'all next time. Bye.
Yes, sir.